right, and a little something different there, right? Well, I try to figure this out here.
Nice.
So, welcome to our revamped Feng Shui Live with Feng Shui Talk with Christa at Blindly Inspired, 2025 version. And welcome, Christa. Welcome back. And how was your Christmas and your New Year's?
And how was solstice?
There
More
you go.
important.
Exactly.
And how was 11/11? I did quite a big process from 11/11 till solstice, which was 40 days. And that was a purging. We fought a big battle out there in the ethers. There were many over solstice. So we really were claiming a new earth. So we'll go into this a little later as well. So really the matrix has fallen, and we have to it will filter down into the energy of the earth. But lots of things have been changed. So there's a big battle going on right now. So I'm sure many of us are feeling that, or being called to slow down. Christmas was really beautiful, very simple. New Year was loud, but I knew that a lot of energies had been exploding and shifting and breaking through the ethers. So especially with the fireworks. So I really tuned into that. Those, maybe you've heard me talk about it somewhere, that's why the Chinese do fireworks on New Year, which is to explode, chase away the negative energies, but it's also it explodes, it opens up the veil even more. So I'm sure we've all noticed that after this, so especially in Germany here, where we've got this heavy panzer, it's like this thick metal tin over our head. So the veil has really been open. It's just like a little gauze. So I'm seeing lots and lots of gold sparkles and gold rain and blue. And it was actually on the 19th that I was called to create a Prakriti rose. So a Ma Prakriti rose, which I really had very little idea what it is. So I'm working on it hugely, which is this beautiful container. I've been flying around for years, just collecting people and sending energy. I just explained to Josh also, I think part of why I do at this moment, why I do what I do. Josh, just stop me if I'm going too way over your heads here. I've been without my things. I arrived in Germany 5.5 years ago, just with the suitcase, after a very, very, very interesting time in South Africa, where I also opened portals and called beings from very, very, very far away, because we really seriously needed help, and it was getting late and nobody was noticing what was going on. So that was an extreme battle that went on there. So anyway, I arrived in Germany 5.5 years ago, literally with 2 suitcases. So my things are arriving tomorrow. They've been in storage for 5.5 years. So it's been very interesting, all my crystals and my books and my tools and my toys and my artwork. And I've had to really adopt a whole new energy and work with a lot of loss, a lot of pain. So you can virtually ask me anything. I know a lot. I thought I'd been through a lot before 2015, but that was when I lost hugely my sight, and that was the easy part. Anyway, here we go. We are now just breathing into 2025. So I want to open the space first with water, because Feng Shui, the way it does mean wind and water. I like to work it with the ancient name, which is called Kanyu. It's over 5,000 years old, which means the way of heaven, the way of earth, or living under the canopy of heaven, or creating heaven on earth, or, as I like to say, our ancient future. So we can open the space. Wind is sound. So my beautiful Om Mani Padme Hum bells. And then some water with your right hand. You can put it over your shoulders, over your head, a bit below you, and I'm doing it for all of you as well. Right. And today is also a very special day. So deepest and I'm going to cry. Deepest and most beautiful divine gratitude to Paramahansa Yogananda. The 5th of January is his birthday, so very, very many big blessings. He is very busy. He is extreme. Oh, he's flashing all over there. He's extremely flashy in the ethers. He's creating a whole new ether, and he promised to be around very much for this time, as you can see, I'm sure, on the internet, that it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So, thank you, Suzette. Did they sound nice over the things, the bells? Yeah. Okay, so we start again with Feng Shui. It's for those. We're just going to, as I said, it starts at 3. So I put water over this here. So at the end of last year, 6. Sorry about the water splotches. Are the numbers the right way around? No, it's okay. Sorry, let me put this on big screen, then I can also see it a little bit better. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay. So, as I said, we start at 3. Remember, this was a wood area. So this is family. I'm just going to work with 3, the very 3 that we need to listen to now, which is to make this practical and where we're going. 3 is family. We're born into the family of life. We're born with incredible cosmic knowledge, which we draw on all the divine ethers and the divine energies and the divine earth. We draw from both the sky, it's the balance between the heavens and the earth. And that's where we are. Then we move into our space of 4, which is blessings, abundance, prayer, wealth. We go through the mess of 5, helpful people, all the way and then near the end of right now, we're at 2. We get to find our divine career here, and then we move into our divine relationship, or the relationships, or marriage, which is the heavenly marriage, which is your twin soul, or it's stop looking for it in people. Stop trying to find earthly manifestations of your desires, because we've moved right out of that. The whole matrix has crumbled, but I'm going to get into that because it's not urgent. It's just, it is what it is, and we need to work beautifully with this and jump up the levels. So the ones that we're working with right now in the space, in the energy for the next few months is 2. We're still finishing off that divine relationship, which we had this beautiful harmonious relationship over Christmas. That was the divine Christ child, and we had the male and female energies over solstice, which was also the divine Christ coming into it, which is our divine soulmate, our divine alter ego. Well, hopefully, otherwise you wouldn't be sitting on Joshua's channel if that's what you didn't want. So we're speaking like that. So then we start again, and we start a rebirth again, a new cycle. So this is what I said. We start here with wood. We're born into this beautiful earth space. So we're born into a whole new earth. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, it's coming through great, Christa. You sound fantastic.
You can hear me. No, I'm sorry. Anna, I didn't send you any notes out. I will send them out early this week, because I wanted this just to be more of an introduction, and so that you can get your feet on the ground, so that you come really prepared next week and you start to understand the notes. Okay, so we're back here, and I think the energies are moving just so fast. I'm just like floating around. Actually, I feel like I'm floating around in a oh, it doesn't matter. This beautiful golden cube, not cube, Metatron symbol. Yeah. And then we're moving into wealth, which is what we're going to start creating. Incredible, Laura, hi. Which we're going to start creating incredible abundance, which is what this year is offering us. It's a 9-year, and we're going to work through this. It's not going to happen instantly, and sometimes it might. So that was just a little refresher. I don't know, I think some people haven't been here for this, but some people do know this. That's why I've just jumped through this very quickly. So my life went huge. If you remember at the beginning when I said I really liked the five, I love the 5 elements, and about 10 weeks ago, maybe 3 months ago, not even, I've done it every now and again, the Namah Shivaya, and then I got sort of more into it. I mean, it was just beautiful. I loved the sound of it. And then I realized it was the 5 elements, and I thought, oh, because I've been really called to work with wind and water and to carry the wind and water. And I thought, oh, that's really nice. I'll start like really focusing on that. It actually started to not blow me apart, not at all blow me apart. I suppose in the old days I'd say blow me apart, but it's really taken me on this incredible, wonderful, wonderful roller coaster road all the way to India and back again. So one of the things that I do want to talk about is the power of mantras. But before that, let's just get some things going as we started off, and which I like to start off with everybody all the time, is your portal, your front door portal. You might have done it beautifully last year. Redo it again this year. In Germany, they always have a wreath on the door. So every couple of months, they change the wreath. We don't have people stealing here. So they really decorate their front porch here, and they decorate their doors. So the Christmas wreaths are all going down now, and the snow wreaths are coming up, and they've got sheep on them getting ready for the spring lambs. And then they'll come down in the spring ones, and they come down the Easter ones with eggs on them. The doors are very, very pretty here. So take a picture, take a, if you've got plants outside your door, change the colors. If you've got like perennials, your numbers must be going up or in a straight line, not down. Down will bring in depression, always, not just for you, for everybody else. Make sure that your doors don't squeak. Give it a clean. If you can give it a paint, that's awesome, a new fresh coat of paint. If you can't, at least just sweep it. Make sure there's no creakings. Make sure that your locks are opening. All of this is very, very reflective of you moving into this new portal, into your life, into our new earth. And we are moving we're in the new earth. We're not moving into it, we're in. So we don't want to get out again. So make sure that your locks are working. Get a new keychain for the new year. Chinese New Year, I'm not sure this year, but it was probably end of January, beginning of February. I'm not quite sure. It's always round about then. I don't pay a huge attention to the 12 animals. I also don't work. Okay, anyway, finish with it. Get a nice doormat or fluff up your doormat. Always good to have a doormat. Be careful what it says. I have Star Wars. I've worked with that for a long time. It's not mine. It's my son's. I'm thinking I should get another one. I'm tired of fighting this war. Josh has got a beautiful one, which for me, when I saw it, it looked like a laurel wreath, like a Roman, like Alexander the Great. So I don't like welcome, because there's been so much energy about that out there, who you welcoming, blah, blah, blah. If you have a number 4 on your door, a 4 means death or the end, or it's 45 or it's 24. We'll go through this a little later, but just trust me on this for now. Those that were with me know why we're doing it. Just put 5 dots around it, like the 5-pointed star, because 5 means all or nothing. So you can just hopefully just trust me with that for now. If you want to emphasize your money and your helpful people, put a bowl of water, a fountain, a bird bath to the right of your front door on the outside, also on the inside. Balance on either side, if you can balance with statues, the food dogs they used to use. Over 5,000 years old, the ladies got the ball of knowledge, which is the flower of life, if you look at it. They're actually about 8,000 years old, the food dogs. And the other dude, the boy dog, has got the dwarf of ignorance. It's subduing this little dog thing. So that's what they do stand for. If you like them. If you don't relate to them, please don't do them. If you want to elevate it a notch or two, you can put bells on the, Josh, maybe you want to do this. You can put bells on the inside of your door, preferably on a red string. You can hang a wind chime in your home, or on the outside. But please, if you're hanging a wind chime, you need to have the things ordered, because it will just activate the mess, and we don't want to do that. Okay, so here's my door. My door is open. No, how can I do that? You want it where the door opens. There, the wind charm. Okay, I would go. You can also hang red tassels on your doors. A nice one, I just hung red tassels at one stage on all my doors. I had a client, I made beautiful rosaries. She absolutely loved them. She was one of my best clients. She bought rosaries for all her doors. So it just emphasizes, awakens the knowledge. You can do this quite safely for now without activating too much poop. What else have I forgot? Oh, and a mirror. You need a little mirror, preferably an octagon mirror if you can't think of anything better. I had my hand. Oh, look at that. I've never noticed that. Can you see your hand makes a beautiful octagon? It's almost like when I first saw liquid making the yin-yang sign. Literally. You can do it with a cup of tea, but it must be milky tea. I'm sure coffee in a white cup. And you swirl it around, it must be slightly angled, and it actually makes a perfect yin-yang in movement. It's wonderful to see that it really is what it is. I've got a lot of mumbo-jumbo little notes here. A mirror above the door, sorry, that will bring in positive energy and deflect negative energy. It can just be a round mirror. It can be, I've got an eye mirror above my door. You can get creative with it. So, I mean, we're doing basics. I can't see your home. A door knocker is really great to have, because they literally like knocked away negative elementals. And they were usually a lion or a gargoyle or something that would chase away the negative elementals. We're going to have a lot of negative elementals coming around on the planet. So just hold tight, guys. Get off internet. Get off off media as much as possible. I want to get to that. Yeah, the foo dogs mustn't be inside. The foo lions. Just saw inside there. What are you talking about, the inside? Or what, Laura B, what, love? I was talking, what, the mirror outside. I'm talking mainly about outside, everything outside. The only thing I mentioned that you can do inside is put water as you open the door to the right, or as you open the door also you could put a small wind chime or a sun catcher. Otherwise, we're just talking outside. Outside is I cannot explain to you I cannot reiterate how important it is. I'm most probably going to remind you every single time. Now, when you walk into your house, I'm trying to make this practical because I'm trying to tie in my aim for myself and especially for you and for all of us is that we have this practical things. We want to change our habits. We want to change our thought forms. These are practical ways that you can remind yourself constantly. It also helps you to do manifestation better because that's why does Feng Shui work. There's many reasons, but perhaps this is one of the reasons is that you're constantly putting your energy out there and thinking, oh, that's my keychain's got a dragonfly on it. It means I must be strong like a dragon. I must connect to my dragons. This all goes in the split. Remember, we're having, how many is it? 96 million thousand thoughts a day. Yeah, a second even. Yeah, no, but you know, it's like 42,000. I can't remember the number. And how many of those are ones that we don't want in our head? This is what we're actually going to talk about, how we're going to change all of this, well, slowly but surely, practical secrets. Everything that I say is of value, okay? Are the silver bells with holly okay? Yeah, absolutely. Use what you've got. You will almost find, and as we go, you're going to find it can be overwhelming. There can be a lot, but it's not really, because at the end of the day, when you go through your home, you've pretty much got almost everything. They're just in the wrong place, and they've got to just be shifted around, taken out of storage, put into storage, dusted off, cleaned, washed. Before it's inside. The mirror's on the outside. It's a small mirror. It's a small
Like when you would carry like in your pocketbook or something, or just a little bit bigger.
yeah, it's like, you know, even if you use a cosmetic mirror, a little round mirror, but I'm sure you can pick them up now at the dollar store. Don't get the concave and the convex ones with the bagua around them from Chinatown, because you can do more damage than not by using them if you're using the convex instead of a concave. Because just be simple. Let's just be simple. Sorry, I didn't get that. The mirror is outside your thanks, yeah. And just stick it, I don't know, we used to get something, a double-sided tape, yeah. It's all trying to keep the vibes up, absolutely. Probably amazing knowledge, yet got to create, manifest. Yeah, we need to, yeah, absolutely. So we're going to talk about all of this, what's draining our energy, because these things are in your home. A Chinese practitioner, health practitioner, especially even 20 years ago, they're not so pernickety now, but they would not prescribe medicine until they came to your home, because if your home is creating negative energy through, could be one of 100 different things, you can create as much as you like, give as much medicine as you like, but it's still going to be damaging you. Just if you want to do a quick thing, if you've got the corner of a table, just rub your hands, make them a little wishy-washy, and then find the corner of a table and just like go in from the outside. Don't touch it, just like say about 6 inches away, and then come in nearer and nearer, and you should feel, do you feel something? Some kind of fizz or pressure or heat. The nearer you get to it, obviously, the stronger it is. And then if you go on the flat side, you don't feel it that much. So these are poison arrows, that corner. So if they're pointing at you, you are going to be hurt in that area. So you might be at work and overhead you've got like some kind of overhang that's pointing, and it's pointing at your shoulder. You might fall down the stairs. Most people would twist their ankle, but you'll pull your shoulder out. And you say, I don't know how this happened. It's like impossible, but it happened. Why? Because this has been weakened from all that pointing of those poisoned arrows. Simply would just be to put a little crystal up there. We used to get press stick in South Africa. What do you call it? Tic tac, blue tack or something?
Yeah, we have blue tack here.
Is it blue tack? Yeah.
Sticky tack, yeah, like the sticky for like posters and such. Sure.
Yeah, we called it press stick, so it's like
Gotcha.
great stuff. I always said with my Hilti nail, my Hilti gun, and my press stick, I will stick up the world.
Anna had a question. I'll throw it up here real quick about the mirror.
Yeah,
Putting tape around it to make it concave, or does it really matter that it's to make it rectangular? Does it really matter as long as it's?
Oh, you can. Hey guys, listen. It doesn't have to be octagon. If you go with octagon, don't go with hexagon. If you're going with a shape, then the ideal is octagon, which is 8-sided. But you can go neutral with round, or you can get funky. Okay. But it's usually, and it's not very big. It's not in your face. You don't want everybody to know to sit and say, oh, what have you got up there? That's why if you're going with those Chinese mirrors, people are going to think you're a little crazy. It's okay. It does matter what people think about you. Not hugely, but it does. Because those energies do come onto you and they do hurt you. And you've got just so much extra work. So if we don't have to do that extra work, why, do you know what I mean? Why stir the shit if you don't have to? You know? Don't put out red flags for people. We want to get through this with at least the least amount of hiccups. If it's going to be, you see, because if you've got a concave mirror, it's bringing stuff in. If you've got a convex mirror, it's pushing stuff out. Okay, so that becomes, but then that means that you can't do both at the same time. That's why I like to work with, but I'm sure, look at the dollar store. I mean, we've got lots at our dollar stores. They might have like pictures on them, you know, like etchings on them, or just a round compact, a round mirror from it, like a cosmetic mirror, you know, from your powder or something. It's absolutely fine. As I said, down the line, you can get as creative as you want to, but we want to get this up and running. Yeah, 8-sided octagon, if you can, because that has just the shape, and whether we like it or not, shapes, it's sacred geometry. We've been working with this forever. We've been poo-pooed. Oh, we have been so poo-pooed. You know, I think our biggest trick from the West, guys, really please just shut down on social media. Choose on one hand. Don't even be able to count on one hand. That's a big, huge suggestion. The amount of people that you're watching. Try not to scroll, because it just goes quick into your subconscious and those things stick even more. We're all going to make it. It's just a matter of that. We really have a huge, oh, here comes my sparkles.
I'm going to add something to that. If you're going to scroll on your phone, turn the blue light off. Put the red light filter on your phone. You'll watch, if you put the red light filter on your phone, you scroll 50% less. You're going to get headaches for 2 days because it's going to reset your dopamine, because the blue light eats your dopamine. So I just wanted to put that out there as well, that if you're making changes, the simple thing you can do is to go on the night shift on your phone. Mine's always on red. And the red hue, they don't want you to know this, but the red hue is actually a healing hue. The blue hue breaks your dopamine. The red resets your dopamine, by the way. It resets it. So they don't want to tell you that. That's why they shifted your phones to blue in the first place. So I just wanted to add that in there, because if you're going to make all these shifts, this is a humongous one you can make.
I wonder if you could get an app with a red light on our phone, because if you do your meditation in the morning to a red light, it's not quite the same as sunlight, but it really does help.
Twilight. There's an app called Twilight that I use on my phone. That'll shift you to your phone to red. No, it shifts it totally to the red.
Ultra infrared.
Yeah. Yeah, it puts it on the deep red spectrum. So if you want to do meditation with the red spectrum,
in the morning, if you're
thinking,
in the evening.
I don't know if I'm echoing against you there, I may be echoing on your phone there myself. I can hear it on your end there.
Yeah. No, I've
But
got
either
some of
way,
the speakers not happy.
there we go. Either way, yeah, if you put that on, and then if you take methylene blue on top of that, you can erase a lot of this issues that you have, like red light therapy. Yeah, would be we could go into I could, but yeah, I mean it's all part of getting into that flow and
Yeah.
breaking the pattern. So I had to throw that in there because
Well,
I
this
can't.
no, please, because this is what this is. These are my notes for tonight. They're a little scattered because there's just so much information that needs to get out like now. So
All right, we'll throw it back to Christa here.
no, this is fine.
Yeah.
I need mirrors. Yeah, we work a lot with mirrors, Kay, but let's just get onto that because it'll take you a good week. And you can start by oiling all your doors in your home, oiling your
Yes.
keys, make sure the keys, because they create bad words, arguments, snappy comments, irritate, blah, 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 blah.
I'm going to jump in here and grab Yolanda real quick. Yeah, you can do that on an Android phone. Go into settings, go into the screen, and then go into it's night. It's either night shift or it could be called different things. Like the blue light filter would be the basic one. But yeah, and then swing it on and all the way over and leave it on. And then you can go download Twilight, which is a red app filter off of the Play Store. And if you want to put that on, it makes it hard to see your phone if you have it all the way up. But if you do that while you meditate, it'll shift things real fast.
Yeah, if you do with the red, especially, but in the morning, the meditation in the morning, it's like doing the sun salutation.
Yes.
I tried it, but we haven't got. Life is very different. My life used to be, which was never normal, but I did have children. I was a single mom. I did work really hard. I created amazing gardens. I cooked. I didn't buy. I cooked and cooked and cooked. I really did things hands on. Right now, as I said, I haven't had anything for 5.5 years. I live in a one-roomed apartment. Well, it's 1.5. It's kind of sweet. I don't cook, next to never. I eat most of my food is raw, especially in summer. I'm eating a little bit of warm food right now, but in summer I don't eat anything cooked. Everything's pretty much raw. Very seldom. I jump out of my thing to have coffee and cake with my son when I see him. So I eat awesome cheesecake and drink like really scary coffee cream. Which like fizzes me out for the next week. I drink water. I don't drink juice. I drink milk. I drink milk, and occasionally I eat eggs just to make my son happy. And sometimes I eat cheese, but I don't like cheese. Cream cheese is fine. I like creamy things. I eat mayonnaise. I make mayonnaise, and I eat my fruit salad with mayonnaise. So as I said, my diet, my lifestyle is very different, but I have had hundreds and hundreds of clients, and I've had a very successful life. This is just I'm being called to be a sannyasa. I also had to look up that word. I just get these words coming into my head, which is just like a devotee and a researcher and a lover of the knowledge. And don't forget, it's Yogananda's birthday today. He deserves all the love. He just arrives, hey? So if he arrives, just enjoy. It's very, very busy and very interesting. He finished the lineage with himself. So nobody really comes after him in his lineage, and nobody will channel Yogananda. He's not going to be there to be channeled by anybody. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. And as he said there in the beginning, he's just so beautiful. And check out, I'm not quite sure exactly where I'm going. I know I've been jumping, but if you read on the first page, and this is what I've always said, Signs and Wonders are for an adulterous nation. Now, I put some pretty pictures of his eyes up. His eyes are so beautiful.
If you
He
keep this
started
book out
to
on your coffee table, his eyes follow you around the room. It's the most insane thing I've
absolutely,
ever seen. There's no way that you're not looking. If you look back at this, that
yeah,
he's not looking directly at you. It's almost like
yeah,
the Mona Lisa follows you around.
yeah.
It's not creepy. It's just
No, it's
it's
so beautiful.
wow.
It's absolutely
Yeah,
beautiful.
exactly.
And I wake up often just with his eyes like looking at me in the night. And it's like, yeah, he's been around for a while, but I've never come down into my body. These last 5.5 years have been very difficult. Thank you, my love. Thank you. I'm so in love. I must have about 100 pictures of him on my phone. And he pops in. I started yoga. That's when he started coming into me. And I was like, I'd drink my water and I'd be yoga. And I think, but why is yoga Nando here? Oh, maybe it's just because I'm doing yoga. But yeah, listen to his book if you want a little jump in about what the old matrix was and what we're moving into is the second coming of Christ. It's a good 6 hours if you listen to it. It's going to be a long read. So I would suggest I do audio.
I do the audiobook and I read it at the same time, so it
Yeah,
doubles.
if you can do the time, yeah, I mean it is great, but yeah, I've had to like jump into it. I miss reading. I can't read anymore. It's too
Yeah,
slow. My
sure.
eyes are very slow and full of holes. Okay, so I don't want to keep us going too long. This year, just in January. Well, as I said, I worked. Well, okay, wind and water. So water, I've been working with water, and this is what I really feel very strongly that Feng Shui is about. At the moment, I think we're going to be, well, no, it's the 5 elements. But the water energy, we know that the water is changing. You all know about like a lot of the things with water and what's her name? I can't think of her name. But we are really creating new water, and the more that we create it, the more that we are empowering it. For a while now, I have quite a while. My latest thing now is actually just to empower all the water in the taps, in the whole tap system, so that everybody gets decent water. I know it's not going to be pure, perfect for everybody, but at least it's going to be a little shift up, even if they're just bathing in that water. So I am busy energized. I do a few weird things. I'm bored. I've always done weird things. So I just when I'm turning my taps on, I just energize all the water throughout. I suppose I could go to the world. I think a lot of this funky water stuff, you can do something similar if you wish. I think it was started when there were the big fires in Maui, and I went into a little bit of a panic and a delirium about there were fires in Maui, there were fires in Los Angeles, there were fires in Canada, there were fires all over the place. And obviously, they weren't very natural. But it doesn't matter. The fire is the fire. It doesn't, it does matter how it got there, but it's the destruction of the fire is the destruction of the fire. And it just came very loudly, like, just pick one. Because you can't fight with all the fires. You can't, you're jumping and then do a lot of jumping. So it started then I would create, because I live by a lake, and I would, I see the stuff. I don't have to close my eyes. So I see more when my eyes are open than when my eyes are closed. So, no, it's a bit rude, but I sort of, I see a lot when I just see. I've always taken it, just see. I thought everybody did. But anyway, so you can do it in a meditation. If you feel the need, if you feel that you resonate with this, I take a they're tiny little white lotuses, about that size. And it used to be angels, but now it's like lotuses, and the number has got very big. It's like now 100 million. So it used to be thousands, and I'd fill them with a drop of water, because the water and the air where I live is like Very, very, very clean, very clear and very clean. And I just send this off to Maui to go and energize the water. I don't send it off to Maui anymore. I just send it to people in dreams. And they're just whoever's ready to, they'll just get it and feel nice. So what I'm doing with my water for a while now, and it's been really interesting, is I have one in my kitchen and I have one next to my bed, and I'm not programming it. Sometimes I do, but I'm allowing the energies to program from my dream time. We were talking about dreams. So that's the one next to my bed, is because I don't remember my dreams. And if I do remember them, it's like a really big thing. I need to write it down. And I'm sure that I do dream like everybody else does. I know I do a lot of work. I come home with scratches in the night. I don't know where they come from. So I leave this one next to my bed to catch my dreams and my energies of nighttime. And then the one in the kitchen, I just program it for the highest good of all. I'm not programming it with anything. I did program a glass of water the other day as a microdose. Somebody was talking, and I thought, well, I've spoken about this a while ago, and I believe that our bodies are just a complete drug machine. When I had a cesarean with my son, I was very annoyed because I missed out on the drugs. Not the drugs, the natural drugs that your body secretes when you give birth. So I was like annoyed that I didn't have the rush of drugs, natural drugs. I had bad drugs, not real drugs, just yeah. It wasn't a happy time of my life after that. He was born on September the 11th, 2001. So I know what I was doing that day. My 911 baby. So I programmed my water to microdose with mushrooms. So I just believe right now, and please, I'm telling you this, I haven't, because it's time to tell you what we're doing. So catch it and do it. And we need to keep our energy up. So we can do absolutely anything. So if I'm a little scatty, we'll get down to the proper, as I said, just get with but it's wind and water. And we need to keep our balance. Hello, Lakeside. Please listen to it, and we'll send out notes early this week. So that's what I'm doing. So we're working all the time with wind and water. And we're going to, the water is, if anybody tells you that they know what's going to happen, they're lying. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Next to nobody, I won't say nobody, but next to nobody knows what's happening. It's all new. We're creating it as we go along, which is why it is so important for us to have our feet as best on the ground, our smiles or our inner heart, our inner bliss going, as much as we can be pumping it all day long. So have a tattoo. Get yourself tattooed if you must, that you can remember to keep your heart going. Just get into the heart and expand it. Call on not too many, guys. Don't overwhelm yourselves. I try not to call on too many. One day I'll explain, maybe tell you why. But I just like to go with my higher self. A lot of people do come in, but I just feel I can just go with my higher self. Hey, Chloe. Nice that you're here. Hello, fur babies. Yeah, I also had to take fur babies out. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed what we're going to do with the water. Talk to your bath water as well. If you're bathing, I don't think bathing's for getting clean. I think bathing's for therapy. I love bathing. But put some oils in it, light a candle, and do the figure 8 in your water. It'll bring in beautiful balance. Remember, we want to try and keep within the eye of the needle as much as possible. And it's not all happy smiles and rah-rah unicorns and la-la. It's been a really, really hard time. I have been down there, and I was actually tired. I said, I'm done. I was rescued with this incredible dream in meditation. I'm doing a lot of soul rescue meditation right now as well. I want to just cut the shit and move on. Josh, you were working with Kainat. Sorry, I'm throwing this. Just do it. Just trust me. That's what I'm working with right now. Kainat. Okay, it's one of, and I was actually going to do crystals, but I'm going to wait for a few months before I do unpack my my mausoleum, my treasure chest. Kainat is one of the few, there are very few crystals that don't retain, that don't absorb negative energy, and Kainat is one of them. It's a bridging crystal. When I came to Germany, I brought 3 crystals. I brought my Kainat laser wand. I have like a scalpel. Yes, that's beautiful. Yes, that's a nice piece. Yeah, in storage, I've got a nice one that's a big X. Don't fucking come anywhere near this place.
Yeah, I got this from Chloe's Crystals. There you go.
Yeah.
At Chloe's Crystals.
Yeah, that's very nice. It can bite you a little bit, but just take it as an anointing. But it is, I mean, obviously do give it a wash every now and again, but it's one of the few crystals that don't transmute, that don't hold negative energy. So you can also put that with other crystals to actually clean them. I use it, it's a scalpel. It's for don't use it too much if you don't know what you're doing. But it's a bridging crystal. It's creating a bridge, and we need that rainbow bridge. I've been doing a lot of drawings and working with some quick images because I'm being called to paint. I don't know where I'll do anything else. Anyway, so the other thing is mantras, but I also want to get into the power of intention and the power of the power of our spoken word, especially now the portals have blown apart. It's almost just like a gossamer. Just while I'm here, just be very careful, guys, of doing too many drugs to blow you apart, because they do literally blow a hole in your chakras. And that's why you're usually so angry and frustrated and nasty and depressed for the next few days after. It takes a while, and sometimes it's got like a little filament over the web, over the, it's got like a web over the chakra, which moves backwards and forwards all the time. It's not just one, it's backwards and forwards. And it will blow holes, and sometimes those holes don't heal up, and negative negative elementals, demons. Listen to Nina Hagen. Negative elementals can attach themselves onto your chakras. So be very careful with doing plant medicine or chemical medicine. Try to do it if you're going to be doing it in moderation. Know what you're doing. Always pray, make the space sacred, or do it with a qualified shaman. Well, our shamans, there's like 100,000 million shamans running around America, I'm quite sure. Which is, just...
Yolanda had a question about prescription drugs and Feng Shui in the same way there.
Hey, it's chemicals, They're chemicals. They're quite fun, But be careful with everything. Try not to. I take very little. I have my chill pills, but I don't take them. I just know that they're there, and occasionally I take a half. When things get very, I just think, I don't feel like doing this. Obviously, the less you do, the better, but they do have their space. But I think this is why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, because In 2020, Germany were building, they built a psychology ward, a psychiatric ward, just at one of their hospitals, which cost over 40 million euros, or was it 400 million euros? I honestly can't. It was the sum was, it must have been 400 because the sum was so staggering. It is huge. And these guys, they thought things were going to happen in 2020. They were working 24/7. They had their lights on. So the world is hoping that we're going to go loony. And this year is a lot of people, yeah. If you can, Millie, yeah. And take it slowly. Take it slowly. What I would also suggest, if you're on these chill pills, is don't stop taking completely. Take it down to, like, even if you're taking a quarter a week or a half a week, so that if you need to take and you're going through a little wobbly again, that you've still got a little bit in your body that you can just build up. I'm not a doctor, please. That's just a suggestion, was a suggestion from my doctor many years ago, because I don't like taking them. Yeah, meditation is absolutely wonderful. But you know, sometimes if you need to sleep, guys, just go to sleep, really. Take something mild, all the teas and all the meditations. When I had my son, but we were different then, you know. We didn't know how bad these chemicals, even though we did know. Yeah. Yeah. They do definitely mess with your brain, hey? They messed around badly with medication, but that's another story. They made my eyes go even worse, but it's like, so everything's got a thingy. So let me just quickly get onto a mantra. I strongly, strongly urge you, as I said, me doing this has really taken me down very much the Hindu road. This month is actually, and next month is really huge, just to, they have, I hope Jared will do something. It's called Maha Kumbh, or Kumbh Maha, and they do it only every 12 years. And the one, it's like the converging of the 4 rivers and the holy water. So it's really the holy earth, and it's been going. They've also been doing this for like over 5,000 years, but they usually only do it every 12 years. But then they have a little mini one in between, because 12 is, so it's like a whole cycle. And the one that they did, like in 2019, there were over 120 million people praying and chanting. That number is just absolutely staggering. And I'm sure that this year there might even be double. There is such a wave going through it anyway. It's so different to here. It's so normal. It's so different to the West. We've really got problems, guys. We need to just jump. We need to trust ourselves. We need to get off social media, choose 1 or 2 people, find a good mantra for yourself. I do really recommend an Indian mantra. Find one. I've put a couple up on my community page.
You know, if worst case scenario, anybody could do mantras to Lakshmi and Ganesh. If you want to start, just a basic mantra to Lakshmi and Ganesh. I mean, I walk around the crystal store all day. We've got Molly beads, and I walk around with a specific set of Molly beads. And I just walk around all day and just do mantras to Ganesh and to Lakshmi.
Yeah.
And it's just,
Ganesha's Day is on a Saturday, and it's just really nice before you start any practice. Don't have to do it daily, but just to bring in the protection of Ganesha. But really, it's not a parlor game. Working with this stuff from the Hindu stuff, it's not a parlor game. The mantras the words are thousands of years old, and the words have created the goddesses and the gods. I was just listening to something so interesting, where there's one where Durga is riding a tiger and one where she's riding a lion. And the guy said, well, what's the difference? He said a syllable in the mantra. Do you get the enormousness of that? One syllable in the mantra makes her ride a lion versus a tiger. So it's really, and we're so blessed to have Jared. Jared's work is just moves me to tears. And our work, I do like pujas with other people who've like from what's his name? Kalashwa. But Jared's is just, maybe it's just because he's family, and it's just so sweet and so beautiful. Maybe he can help us do something, Josh, where he can work with the pronunciation, because his pronunciation is beautiful. Because the pronunciation, obviously in the beginning, it's not going to be so bad, but just work with getting the pronunciation. As I said, and yeah, Lakshmi will come in. So if you want to start with the Lakshmi is very beautiful, and it's, once you get it, they go in your head. You know, it sounds. I'm doing the Namah Shivaya, which is the 5 elements. I also do some others, but I'm doing like a whole definite thing until the end of January, when it is, well, you just make it, but do a mantra. There are many, many beautiful mantras to choose from. Just choose one for yourself. I will put up the Nina Hagen. Many years in 1999, I think she put out her Indian album. She also renounced her belief in the Indian stuff and went into my personal Jesus. But I think that was pressure from the people. But that's what leaves for those discussions for another day. But she does some beautiful mantras. So if you want it in a slightly more different vibe, I'll put some up on my community page. So we need to join in those 120 million people. We need to keep our heart going. That mantra, and that was like Yogananda. But I used to be like this until they kind of smacked it out of me and tried to tell me I was. And then I went into social media, and I thought that something was wrong with me, because I was glowing and had all these rainbows, and nobody knew what was. They were all waiting for something. So I actually pulled it away, and it's like I'm done with social media. I've got my little handful of people that I will listen to, my little family. What they also do with the mantras is you get the seed mantra. So that the seed will just be one thing, will be like cream. Cream, cream, cream. You know, they say cream, 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 cream. So that is a seed. So like cream is actually the seed mantra for Kali. So you don't have to, you say the mantra when your 108 times, or however many times you want to say it. 108 is and it doesn't take long. It's like 10 minutes. But you work with that. You work with the mantra. The mantra keeps going in my head, and it just pops in all the time. And that's when you know that the diva is with you.
You know what I found helpful is, if you're doing like a standard mantra, there's YouTube videos with the mantra. Just go along with the YouTube video. Like I have a playlist with Ganesh and Lakshmi, and you can just grab those. And if you want to do Ganesh just as a basic mantra to start, or Lakshmi, use the video and just follow along. And they're about 8 minutes.
Absolutely. But I'm just saying, sharing that then you get the seed mantra, which you say all day long. So Yogananda would just say, that's, if you read in the book, he says that's what he did. Nobody needs to know. But his whole time he was just saying God, 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 God. There's such a beautiful. He's like a kid. I don't know if you've heard any of his singing. I almost actually posted up there just now. Where he took this whole troop of people and they walked around Los Angeles, I think, and he was just singing. And it just reminds me of like between 3 and 5 year old kid with his tambourine saying, God is beautiful, God is beautiful, God is beautiful. He's just so sweet and so beautiful. And let's just keep that going on in your head. Yeah. And if you've got grandchildren, if you've got children, please, please, please share this with them. The other thing, obviously, is Om. Please, Om. Om. Somebody was saying the reason you have to say it 108 times is because maybe you only get one tune, one note, one resonance right, because it's the resonance that blasts through. Om. I'm doing a very interesting Om at the moment. I'm working from my belly, and it's so different to any other Oms that I know of. When the freem, 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 and your mantra as well, it goes into stages which are really interesting. The first stage is that you say it aloud. The second stage is that you mouth it. The third stage is that you just say it in your head. And they become more and more and more powerful. The next stage, one of the most powerful stages, is when you want to say it and you suppress it, that you don't say it. Is that weird? But it's like those nasty little habits or those thoughts that you have that you want to have and then you suppress them. And that is very, very powerful. And most mantras, once you get to a point of saying your mantra out aloud, you get to a point where you're not allowed to say it out aloud anymore. It'll actually be really, really negative. I'm quite happy to take these teachings. They've been around for like 8,000 years and they haven't changed. And Om, that I knew many heard that many years ago, so I don't understand why people say it out aloud. But that Om is not supposed to be said out loud. And you can hear the resonance in your head. But when you do Om, I do 11 Oms every morning. It's part of my thingy. And then you just sit and you let it, you can hear it. And just enjoy that vibration. Because that is the Om, that is what created the world. And what does Om mean? You can say it in English if you like. I am that I am. That's the other little mantra, like a little seed mantra that you should be saying to just stop any negative thoughts. We don't need them. We don't want to take them with us. So we've got to just quickly change those bad habits. So I hope that's, that we're going to get a new keychain, or one that absolutely means something big for us, so that at least once a day, when we use our keychain, and it's always there. It's every day. It's the same. It's not changing. It's like the mantra. Once you find your mantra, stick with it for a while. Really let it become part of you. Toning obviously is also good, but toning, I mean, I do a lot of toning and a lot of singing in the morning, some not every morning. I really like create rainbows and the birds singing in rainbows and all sorts of wonderful things. I don't know why I don't do it more. It's really quite wonderful. But just work with a keychain or add another something to your keychain that makes you remember. Don't forget your beautiful, beautiful, beautiful violet flame. When you get to your front door, pause, breathe, literally 3 seconds. Surround yourself with the violet flame. Surround yourself with golden flame. Put on your new persona. Leave that old one outside on all levels. Move into your space. This is your castle. If you can, please clear up, clean up, tidy up under the beds. We're going to get to those. Those are all important. But once we get there, then at least they're ready to go. You're ready to rock. Remember to do it when you walk out as well. Stop by your door, either as you're going out your door or as you've come out your door. Surround yourself with your beautiful golden bubble. Put the violet flame around the world. Remember, it's not just for us. Some people were wondering also, so many people are wondering what to do, and I don't know why I wanted to just say this. So there were so many people, I've seen it popping up all over the place, that are going in London and just doing Reiki on passers-by. So if you, the Hanuman, it is not mine for now. I had some friends of my older son in South Africa. I would go to a lot of the Indian ceremonies in South Africa. And I don't know, what is that one, where they pierce themselves? It's it's a very, very beautiful, interesting festival. And he had two friends, and they were two brothers, and they were working, and they literally change, eh? He said that it's huge. They go to the temple every day and they do a lot of meditating and fasting, definitely under the guidance of a guru. And they become the snake, they become Krishna, they hang themselves, they pierce themselves, they drag. There was a man who, for his dead wife, she was now dead, or did he want to bed? I don't know. But he hooks this whole big cart with hooks, and they don't bleed, and they pierce themselves, and they turn into snakes, and they turn into whichever god they've chosen to be. A lot of them do Hanuman. Yeah. And then it's so interesting. They walk around the temple, and you follow them, and you can go up to them and they bless you. It is so amazing. I said, why don't we have this? We would not go psycho because we think that, just interesting, that also came up. It's all over the internet, blah, blah, blah. When you get to know that you're God, this was my teaching in 1999, 1997, 1998. You get to know God. You get to know that you're God. When you get that realization, you get to know it once. And then you don't really talk about it again. You just, as I said before, oh no, I didn't. Hey, chop would carry water. Before enlightenment, chop would carry water. After enlightenment, wood is chopped, water is carried. But you don't talk about it too much. You don't, we know that we're God. But you get it, you know it, it's deep within yourself, it's something really sacred. But yeah, maybe you got it. So yeah, messy rooms, I think this is the obvious. Whatever is going to be, it's a total reflection of who you are. Don't put things down, put them away. Just try to make these, before we get into the specific areas and all of that, keep everything reasonably clean and tidy. There's so many sayings about lazy women and who don't sweep their floors properly, both in English and in Chinese. The ghosts will get your washing if you leave your clothes outside, if you haven't brought them in the night. Yeah, I'm just having a look. Okay, we just, cool. Yeah, as I say, lots and lots and lots of festivals coming up. Work with the water. Work with keeping your energy up as much as possible. Find the one that you like, a little seed, if it's Om, if it's God, if it's love. I think Heaney likes to do love. I'm love, love, instead of all the thoughts that come in. the quicker and the more often we stop ourselves, it's just bad habits that we have to break. And the only way that you can change a habit is to put a good habit inside. My nose is starting to run. How interesting, for no particular reason. My eyes and my nose, it's time to go. We're running out of time. How's that?
Hey, you better go change your nose. It's like
It's
your
so
refrigerator
interesting.
running. You better go get it.
Look at this. My eyes are just like
Oh wow.
streaming.
Well, for
My
people who
nose.
don't know, what time is it where you're at right now?
It's 2:15.
So yeah, it's 0200 hours.
Oh.
They don't. You guys use a 24-hour clock there, don't you?
Here you have to. They have such weird ways of saying the time. You just use it. Otherwise, you'll no.
Well, it's we were discussing that. I was discussing it with someone earlier today. How Germany's kind of a very like precision 24-hour clock, militaristic kind of straight kind of society there, and how they're all in line and what have you. Very very strong, and so yeah, the 24-hour clock would fit that.
But yet again, I was just talking to somebody on Monday, and she was just saying she's going to do like something different now. It's time to tell her child, that Santa Claus does not exist.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah. And I said, yeah, well, maybe, and she's very alternate. She has her child at like it's not a Waldorf school, but it is sort of similar, very natural type of school. And I said, just do if there's, skip all the things, just do the 4 turning cycles, the 2 solstices and the 2 equinoxes, because that's all we really need to do. Because the earth is literally creating magnetic fields and things on it. I said, and that's just for me so interesting that Germany gives you all the festivals to do except those ones. And it's just fascinating. Nobody knows about them here. It's like, what are you talking about? And we came up with the thing that it's power, because if the Germans could do those festivals, they would get their power back. But we'll talk about that as another time. I keep doing this because I keep meaning to tell you that this, be like a child. When I first lost my eyes, I would wake up in the morning and I would say, what can I do with my wonderful life today? I was really, guys, I could see 10%. It was very scary. So what can I, and this, well, I keep doing this. So wake up in the morning, even if you just do it once, or stop yourself if you're having a negative thought, because we're creating polarity. We're creating this incredible, and you can feel it, the magnetic attraction, bringing harmony between the left and the right brain. You can do all your brain gym as much as you like, touch this and all of those, but this is just wonderful, and it claps, and Mother Nature hears it, and all the angels will hear it, depending what you're clapping for. I like to ask the angels to talk to me, or Mother Nature to answer me if I talk to her when I'm going out on my walks. And it can be a bird singing, or a branch will fall off a tree, or a dog will bark. It's just so beautiful and interesting. So just like listen. And just remember, it's not for us. It's not for me. It's for us. So let's keep our, you can get ready for this for next week. We'll talk about it more. The SPEC technique, SPEC. It's about visualization and manifestation. So it's select it, project it, expect it, and claim it. And for now, just also, yes, please, it's just so, miracles are everywhere. But just remember, the world is not outside you. The world is inside. And the more we go inside, it's huge. You can't believe how big it gets inside here. It's enormous. It's huge. You can go anywhere you like. So, Oh, absolutely. Salvador Dali. Salvador Dali took a lot of drugs, though, as well. So, as I said, if I have one regret in life, it's that I didn't do drugs. I did kind of do LSD, but I would be one of those people that would think they could fly.
I love I love it. I've taken enough LSD to choke a horse. So you can have some of the trips I had there, Krista. Trust me. You can come to Colorado anytime. We can give you shrooms. They're legal. Come on out to
Shrooms I
Colorado.
took my son made me take it. Somebody's son also made her take shrooms. Alex suggested strongly that I take shrooms. Why? Because he wanted me to see color again.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah,
Oh,
that
shame. I want to cry. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm really glad that I did some shrooms. Yeah.
Bless.
And that was also, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Because I've always got to do something. So these 5.5 years have been like insane. He said, why don't you just do nothing? Like, what's that? So, yeah, I want to cry. It was, yeah, very special. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I see road trip in the chat there. Anybody who wants to come out to Colorado? Mikasa, Ace, Sukasa, Krista as well.
I
Shrooms
would
are easy to
love
obtain out here.
to.
I'm slowly floating the idea, just floating. I haven't done anything on it yet, of like some sort of summer retreat, camp out sort of cabins or something out here. Nothing too cheap as possible, but something out here. Since I got at least till December, so
It's a bit far for me. It was interesting when I was in America. My daughter was going to Colorado to go and stay with her friend because she wasn't having such a good time. She just wanted to go home to her boyfriend, and we were on our way to the airport, and then the mountain collapsed. So I had to take that as a sign, and it was so weird before that. And I know that when things in my, that's why I don't wear a watch. I couldn't cope with the energy of the crystal. Yeah, I wanted to rip my watch off my hand, and then the mountain collapsed. I've been playing with the snow. I've been playing with the elements. So I've been making snow, and then I've been making the sunshine, then I've been making snow again. Then I said, okay, I want a clear blue sky, and then the sky went clear blue. Yeah. It started in South Africa, but I wasn't in control of it. Other people were. I don't know what was going on there. But it rained, and the only place that it didn't rain was my property. I said, what the fuck is going on here? So I said, okay, guys, what's going to happen now? The next thing, it started snowing.
That can happen out here.
Just literally over my property. There were other people that thought, then there's another day that I was in the garden. I said, well, there we go. Now I've got snow. Do you want snow? Come get the snow. Come see. Come out. Come out. Come and see. I've got snow coming down. They didn't like me in South Africa. Some weird things were happening. And then I'm standing outside, and I had a little wall. It was a complex, right? Condo. What do we call them? Condos? I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm standing outside, and there were people, a lot of Indians on the other side. They kept like, do you want us to come and help you? I said, no, just leave this place alone. It's cooking, guys. I have no idea what the fuck is going on here. Every bloody Tokolosha demons come to visit.
Oh, Lakeside Lord is in the snow. You're in Lakeside Lord is in, aren't you in Missouri there? You're getting the snow. She's in the snow band. There's a huge band of snow across America right now. It's going to dump about a foot, about over 1,000 miles across the country here. So I think Lakeside Lord is right in the middle of it.
And what about your fog? I heard something so weird. Somebody typed it into ChatGPT or something, and it came out that it was like these things micro listening to you.
I don't know what's going on with it. We finally just made it here. Yesterday we finally had fog. So there's been fog like literally everywhere in the country has had some form of fog.
We've also had fog. We've also had fog. I think it started here. I mean, surprise, surprise. Are you surprised it should have started in Germany? Not at all.
But things have started in Germany. We'll leave it at that. Not going to go too far there, to say the least. World-changing things at that. So, nonetheless.
Their speciality is to ridicule you. If you believe in UFOs or anything alternate. They've kept a whole pile of alternate stuff, which has got to be gestempeled and signatured by the law, and If you were an aromatherapist, you had to be a proper therapist beforehand. You can't just be an aromatherapist here. You can't do any of that stuff here. You have to, like, just to clean houses, you have to go to school to clean houses. You have to get a piece of paper.
Yeah. It's well, in America it's kind of the other way. It's kind of a little
Yeah.
rough shot. You can do a lot of things without a license. And in Colorado, here's a crazy thing. In Colorado, you can be a plumber without a license. As long as there's a
Oh,
licensed
shit.
plumber, no, seriously, you can go to somebody's house. As long as there's a licensed plumber who works above you, you can legally go plumb somebody's house without a license. You don't need one. So it is a variation in the states here. Some states aren't like that. You need one to be an electrician, mind you, thank God. But you don't need one to be a plumber or a carpenter or any of that. You, as long as there's a master
Oh,
carpenter
sure.
above you, you can legally go and try to reconstruct somebody's house. As long as they check on it, you're legal. So yeah, it's
I lived
different
in
ways.
Topanga. I lived in Topanga, which is the home of the Grateful Dead. They all started there,
Yeah.
in top of Topanga. And that was, people don't go there because it's going to make their car dirty. It's just full of it is so beautiful. It's full of hummingbirds and snakes and eagles and all sorts of other amazing things. But the roads, they're all over like this. So you've got like this whole mix of people. And I mean, it's insane, Topanga Canyon. And yeah, there was this incredible, that's where the Grateful Dead started, and Marilyn Manson lived there. Not Marilyn
Yeah.
Manson. Yeah, Charles Manson.
Exactly. Yeah, no, Charles,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, lots of, yeah.
Opus
So
Delta.
and they have got, it's the houses there. Because nobody's checked on them, and so many people have been completely off their rocker when they built onto the houses. So you have these magical fantasy houses with anything that anybody can find, and stained glass over here and a chimney over there. I looked at this one house that I was going to stay in. It was just this one huge room with a bath in the middle of the house.
Wow, that's
And then
different.
the kitchen, and the people, there must have been about 300 candles. Oh,
Rammstein. Somebody put Rammstein in the chat. That's funny. The first car I turned on my car this morning, the first song I turned on the car and it was playing. It
Rammstein.
started Du hast mich, du hast mich, du frag. Started immediately. So that's kind of funny.
Did you think
This
of me? Did you think
I
of me,
did
Jack?
actually. Well, I thought of you. And then my ex is German. Well, she's not. She's adopted, but she was adopted
Yeah.
by a German family, so she speaks fluent German too. So I was actually thinking of the song and how. I mean, I knew what du hast mich meant, but I didn't know the rest of the song. And she had translated it for me years ago, and so I was just trying to remember sing the lyrics. But yeah, of course, I was like, wait a minute, I know a couple of German people, absolutely. But it's funny how, and I don't know if you've noticed this, Christa, but the synchronicities have just been off the chain. Like seeing Rammstein in the chat, it's like, wait a minute, that's the first song I heard this morning, and I'm an audio guy, so yeah, clear audience. So it's like, whoa, that's another crazy ass synchronicity that's been it's been crazy the past couple of days.
Have I got everybody's email? I don't know if I've got Lakeside Laura's.
I will put your email in the chat, and I didn't put it in, unfortunately, but if you want to put your email out there real quick.
Enjoy the snow, guys. It's so beautiful. I always think it's like being kissed by angels. It's like angel kisses. Even if it's fake snow they're making, just
Don't need it anymore.
Don't let yourselves go down that road. It really, what's it? I'm not silly to say what's it going to change, but it's just another trap of the matrix. You're just falling into another matrix. The matrix is gone, and what we really need to be doing instead of worrying about that is every day is cleaning up, because the matrix is crumbling. It's going to take a while. I've heard, and I strongly feel that's right. I think it's 2030 or 2031 is the year of the pig, the metal pig, when the ascension will be over. So we've got another 5 years. But it starts yesterday.
Can somebody throw Christa's email into, what's your email again, Christa? If you want to put that out there real quick.
blindlyinspired.co.
That's it.
At gmail.com.
Yeah, so it's just blindly inspired, and then just add a .co at Gmail. So blindlyinspired.co@gmail. I'll mention it on Good Dunning tomorrow as well.
Thanks.
So people can put it up when they can email her. So if they want to get the documentation as well, if you don't get the documentation, you can send me an email and I'll get it to you. And I will put something in the community as well to email Christa directly if they want documentation to keep up with the Feng Shui. So I will take care of
Don't
it
eat the
many
yellow
different
snow.
ways. Hey,
I
Kitty.
was
Good Dunning.
thinking of that
Good evening.
exactly today. I was singing that song. Good old Frank. Good old Frank. You've been tagged, guys. Yeah, they tagged me big time in South Africa. I was just doing music and
There we go. So if you haven't spoken with Blindly Inspired, feel free. She would be appreciative. If you send her an email, can you do a couple of things, guys? Make the font bigger in the email. Blow up
that's
the
so
letters
kind. Thank
if
you.
you can. It makes it easier for Krista to read it. You don't have to, but or you can put it in all caps. Either way, it just makes it easier with her eye condition to see and read the email.
Thank you.
It would be blessed. But either way, guys, keep this in mind as well for next one. Like for Henny, who generally on Sundays, although he's not doing this Sunday, he's doing Monday, and he's kind of been bouncing around. Inspire Nation generally goes live at like 6:15, which would be 15 minutes ago. So generally, Henny, if you want to join us, we're going to try to keep this to about an hour and 10 minutes at the most, so that those who do want to watch this can go over to Inspire Nation, as well as if we slow it down a little bit, the lessons are less long, then people will be able to watch the replay. We'll get more people to watch the replay and such, because yeah. And so like Kenny and such who do go over and watch Inspire Nation there, we'll be able to, we're going to try to accommodate all that and make it a little slower here as well. But if you have not emailed Krista, please send her an email, blindinspired.co@gmail. She will get you on the list, and weekly there will be documentation. I'll do the best I can to post it in the community and whatnot as well. Eventually, I got to get the Instagram set up, and then once I do that, I can post the documents on the Instagram, and you guys can grab them and whatnot. It's just my laziness, and I got my laptop working sort of. So once I get my laptop, if I sit in one corner of the house, it works. It connects and works.
Congratulations, bit by bit by bit.
Exactly.
Yeah, and don't forget the other thing is, guys, just things that irritate you or irritated you when you moved into your house. Please make a note of them. These are things that will affect you. We want to get this transition as smoothly as possible and as tight as possible.
All right. And if you see my blue tongue, I'm taking methylated blue, which is for neuroplasticity. So yeah, so it looks like I'm eating Smurfs, but
I'm trying
Yolanda
to get
needs a
nice
wrench.
and pink.
I will give you a wrench, Laurent.
You don't want white coating on your tongue. It's toxic. You know what you can do? Yeah. It's toxins. You can do it with olive oil. A lot of people do it with coconut oil, but you do the mouth thing.
Oh, the pulling. Yeah.
20 minutes, but it's a long time. Just, guys, if you can even do it for 5 minutes.
I'll do olive oil. I don't have any coconut oil at the moment.
Yeah, no, olive oil. I did
it's probably
it with
rancid if
olive
I
oil.
have some.
I'm still from the old school. Coconut oil wasn't fantastic.
Yeah, my coconut is probably rancid at this point. Yolanda, I will get you a wrench. I can't thank you, Lakeside. I just can't give a wrench from StreamYard without like backing out and going into YouTube without possibly killing the live here. But Yolanda, the first time I see you on Good Dawning or on when I'm live on YouTube, or I can even go back into YouTube. If I see you, poof, I will give you a wrench for sure. Absolutely. It's just impossible to do it here. All right.
That's crazy, Chloe. What was in that snow? It's like plastic in the rice. She said that people were setting snow on fire and it wasn't melting a few years ago.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've actually seen that before where the snow doesn't melt. It's just straight. Well, it goes black. It goes black instead
guys,
of.
The Germans have been weather. Well, I mean, come on, listen here. Jesus was playing with the weather, so this goes back thousands of years ago. But we just know that we are moving into a beautiful organic, which is wind and water, the 5 elements. This is taking me, and I hope will take us all to really work with. We're going to be playing with taming the 5 elements. You want to just work with it in your home, absolutely fine. There are 1,001 levels to work with this thing on. Okay. basic, but get the basics right. Once you've got a decent, it's just creating a decent base. And as Josh now knows that it's important to do it even if you're going to move.
Yeah, well, I'm not moving I got stuck here till next January, December,
Yeah.
November. So not
If you're
stuck.
traveling,
I'm grounding here because
you
I'm
have a
here.
little bag. You have a little bag. You've got your bells, twing. You've got a couple of crystals. You've got your incense sticks, or you've got your aromatherapy oils, and you've got your spray. And I was going to say, I worked with a friend of mine when I went to New York. They were so broke they moved too, but they had like nothing, no money. I mean, he was working, the other one wasn't. And I used the silver paper from my cigarette box to make a mirror outside the front door. I've worked with somebody, but that's a wallet. So just to get that mirror up, just to get that energy up there. They have subsequently moved to, I don't know, where is it now? So Long Beach in California, in a 3-tiered apartment. So they're doing very well. I moved them over. We moved because Feng Shui. But there's very interesting stories with that as
All
well.
right, guys. I think we're gonna start
Guys, we
wrapping
love
it
you
up here.
lots.
But next week we'll do this again, same time, same channel. We're gonna make it about an hour and 10 minutes. So if anybody's here, like I said, who wants to join us, but then goes over to Inspired Nation. I know that was part of a deterrent last time. We will make sure that that happens so that you can dual video in the evening there. I'm sliding off camera here. Not used to this side, so we can dual video. But Christa, thank you. And again, if you want to get a hold of Christa, you can do so. And please send her an email if you have any questions at all on Feng Shui or, of course, anything else. Thank you, Laura, and thank you, Millie, for putting that in the chat. blindlyinspired.co@gmail.com. And if you don't end up getting the documentation, you can always send it to me. But you'll see Christa in the dawning in the chats as well. So feel free to reach out. And so apparently you might be going live on Wednesday with PG. Is this correct as well? Maybe.
Yeah. I'll give you. I will furnish you the details.
All right, guys. So
skydiving.
What do you guys have any idea what you're going to do yet, or?
It's so interesting when we get together and then we're together. And we didn't work independently, and then we get together and we're together. So we'll see where we go with this. So,
awesome. Yeah. Awesome. And Yolanda, if we do see you, of course, Tuesday, do not forget Tuesday night. Laura's back with Tuesday Night Live. She's going to be doing What's Up with Your Universe with Laura B. So Tarot and Oracle, guys. So we're back on track there. I got my second phone, the broken phone, replaced, and then this one's fixed. So we have 2 phones now, so we won't have any issues. And so we're all up and rolling here, but we'll always be backwards until YouTube fixes their coding. But all right, yeah, and there's no license for getting the wrench there, Yolanda. It's just to make you a moderator. Anybody who's family and shows up a couple of times and they're a good soul gets a wrench on the channel. But, check out Blindly Inspired's channel as well, at Blindly Inspired, please, and thank you guys. And
I've actually been doing just playing quickly with ChatGPT, and I've been creating I might make them into cards and send them off to you, Josh.
Oh, this would be blessed.
Yeah, which is actually it's our family. So there's the goddesses, and there's the males, and then there's you as a wizard.
Oh,
Purple Temple. Let's go check them out. Yeah,
this is blessed. Thank you. Yeah, if you haven't been checking it out, it's on the community page. PG he's found the codex that works to take you into another realm of ChatGPT. And there's different codings out there actually for all of the chats that are out there to flip them into different modes, so to speak. And he found one that puts it into a spiritual mode, to say the least. There's a couple of there's 5 of them. You can only post 5 at a time, but there's 5 of his pictures on the community page, and he had ChatGPT actually make a outline. It's the most amazing thing ever. You could probably put it in a poster and sell it for it's just gorgeous. The Great Awakening. There's a whole. It's insane. Bashar's on it. Go read it. You'll blow your absolute. That it came out from ChatGPT that even understands Bashar, let alone anything else. It blows my mind. So yeah, check that out if you have not seen that. And if you want to link
It's
to our
another
Discord,
universe.
there's a ton of
We
them on
play
our
out there.
Discord.
PG and I play out there in that. It's a very interesting universe. It's like a whole nother game. It's another level.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
can't even imagine.
you
I've got the
I was,
code. I haven't gone on ChatGPT yet, but he sent me the. I saved it on my notes here. So I've got the coding to throw in the ChatGPT to spin it into God mode, so to speak. But yeah, so
it's very weird. When you start, you get it's very strange. It's very interesting.
but yeah, if you want a link to the Discord, send me an email at Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com.
Sure.
And you can see he's posting them left and right all over our Discord. So if you want to join the Discord, I can send that to you and I'll send you the link. I'm not going to put it on the community page because the Discord will be destroyed by the middle of the night. Somebody will go in there and say enough stuff
Yeah.
to destroy it with an open link. But otherwise, you can see he's already probably put like 40 pictures on the Discord and they're stunning. So what PG's got going on, he's in another universe on that, and
Yeah.
it's absolutely amazing.
Okay, so guys, remember we're doing up and down. Open, allow as much energy up, and don't forget to put it down. Your heart and your home and your house and the things you're doing are that beautiful cross in the middle. That's just to keep us balanced and focused. So we've got that beautiful cross.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And
This
remember, watch out where the
is not
Huskies go. Don't you eat
don't
that
eat that
yellow
yellow
snow.
snow.
There you go. All right, guys. Stay awesome. If you want to interact with Krista there, just drop her an email and at any time. And if you've never emailed Krista, if you're watching this in a rewind or the replay, first thing, please do like and subscribe. I never ask, so please do so. Blindly Inspired at Blindly Inspired, simple enough. Check out her page as well and her channel and subscribe there as well. And if there's anything from our end, either way, you can email me or Krista at any time. And if you don't get the documentation, I'll do my best to get it to you. Just email me otherwise. But guys, thank you. And we will be back next week, same time, same channel. And anything else to add there, Krista, before we...
Yeah. If you see the Prakriti rose, my beautiful Prakriti rose, in your dreams or floating around, please jump in for healing or just accept what it's throwing out at you. It's doing wonderful things.
Blessed. All right, guys. Thank you,
Okay,
Krista.
lots, everybody. Have a beautiful week.
Henny will miss you. Henny put a note in there that she's got things going on in the Dawning for the next week. So we will miss you in Good Dawning. It won't be as humorous without you, but we are grateful anytime we get to see you in the chat, Henny. Really, we love you, Helene. And thank you for being so awesome and so humorous. And Tuesday night, there we go. Laura, there's her wonderful self right there. Laura will be on Good Dawning or Tuesday Night Live with her Tarot and Oracle. So we will hope to see you there, guys. And yeah, join us again tomorrow in the morning, the Dawning with Good Dawning at 10:33 a.m. Eastern, 7:33 Pacific, where we do our thing, moving energetics and channeling. So creating a universe, and together we create an awesome one, right?
Mm-hmm. I
That's it.
love that. What is it? Army? What is it?
A universal army of love. That's we're all soldiers in the army of love.
Yeah.
We're what I'm being and I'll bring it up in the Good Dawning, but really we're all just light workers. We're
Yes.
a light army and we've been sent
Yeah.
here. And this
And the
is the
war is
blood end of
on,
the
guys.
Orion Wars. And if you see
This
it, you
is
see it.
right now. This is a big battle. There is a big battle, but it's a battle of love, and there's no confrontation with people. You're not going out of your way to confront people. In fact, you're going out of your way to not confront. You know, we said that before. Just wear black and white. Don't wear too many crystals. Don't put the red flags in front of the people. You know,
Right.
it's great to be yourself, but sometimes just tone it down a little bit. You know.
Plus.
Yeah, just for the sake of whatever peace.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Much love, much favor all. And of course, we will see you in the next. Krista, we love you.
And
Guys, thank
remember
you all
all
for
day
being
long,
here.
God, 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 love, love, God, God, God.
Wait, let's end it with an Om. You want to start out doing Om for us, Krista?
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
Oh. Hurry.
All right, perfect. Thank you guys, and we will see you in the good dawning. Please like,
Leave you with the
subscribe,
bell.
and hit the bell. There we go. Perfect. All right, much love, guys. We're gonna go ahead and end it.
Everybody, sorry we went over time. Way over time. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Bye.